Just like I said out loud, it literally looks like he's contemplating his life.
Yeah.
It was what it was. Like, he was white in the face. He did. He was just like this.
It's easier to confront other people's issues rather than our own.
Yeah. That's good.
So, wow.
That hit hard.
Yeah. It's easier.
It took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay.
Are you inspired by others, or are you intimidated by them? Welcome back to another episode of M&J Conversations, guys. We're super excited to have you. I'm Marcus, your host, and my co-host, my beautiful wife, Jess. And, again, we're super excited to be here. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've gotten an episode out to you guys. We've just been super busy. But here we are. We're super excited to share some things that, have been spoken to us that we feel like you guys may benefit from. So, babe, how are you feeling this week?
Good. Week's been go. So
been go. We've been making new friends, hanging out with some new friends.
So it's changed, but it's a good change. So I'm excited.
Some people who are like-minded, people who are just awesome people. I mean, we've just been getting involved in the community, which has been super, super cool. So
kids have kids to play with. Yeah, so it's nice. So
life has been crazy these last 15 months.
It's even today was crazy just alone. So it's just been like go.
Yeah, so we're just trying to make sure that we step away and get back to getting the things done that we need to get done. And so we really needed to record this episode. So I'm super excited. So this week, well, I guess it wasn't just this week, it was last week. The last 2 weeks. I've been thinking a lot about judgment. And I think that judgment is such a thing that we deal with as, human nature.
The flesh.
It's like we always get caught up in judging. And I think there's so many ways that we need to reflect on ourselves, and not necessarily look at how people are where they're at, but just judging and observing are different.
Right.
I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
So I remember yesterday we were at the mall, and this is just me reflecting on judgment. I want to know if there's if you feel like there's a difference between judgment and discernment. What I mean by that is, so yesterday, I don't know if you remember the guy walking by, the first thing out of my mouth was...
Which guy?
He was in the pink shirt. Oh. He was like this. And in my mind, I was just I said out loud, it literally looks like he's contemplating his life.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't feel like that was a judgment on him. It was just something hit me in my spirit, and it was what it was. He was white in the face. He did. He was just like this. There was no...
He looked like a zombie.
Yes, there was no facial expression. He was just like this. And I'm to me, I felt like that was somewhat of a discernment, not so much a judgment.
Yeah.
So do you feel there is a difference? It's hard to tell the difference. I feel like I have a spiritual gift of discernment. So for me, it may not be something that other people experience and they feel like they're just being judged. But for me, it was a form of discernment. So I don't know.
I think that's a great point. Because that's actually something I wanted to talk about. I think there's a difference between discernment and judgment. I think judgment is determining it's like putting our own opinions on whether they're good or bad, or, what's right or wrong per se, and based off of our own perspective. I think discernment is understanding that there's or having situational awareness. This is something's off, something's wrong, something's going on deeper than the surface level way of us looking at things. I think discernment is definitely a spiritual gift, like you said. I think a lot of people carry that, but a lot of people aren't tuned into their spiritual gift of discernment. So I think when it comes to judgment and discernment, it's also judgment, and it's crazy. Judgment, awareness, and discernment. I think judging is it can be very foul. It's very cutthroat.
Right.
Being aware is understanding the situation, right? That's where they get the term situational awareness from. It's understanding what's understanding the cards that are being played in front of you and being aware of them. Right. Kind of how we sit in the restaurant. We're I want to sit in the back. Yeah. I don't want to sit.
I want to see it all.
I want to sit in the back so I can be aware of everything going on, not judging the restaurant because I think this is it may be in a bad location or whatever. I'm not judging that something's going to happen, but I'm being aware. So, and then discerning is okay, somebody comes in and you get that I don't want to use feeling too loosely because not everything's based
It's
on
almost
feeling.
just like
it's deeper than feeling.
Like it's just,
It's
if you
deeper.
had to put a feeling to it, it's just like
It's
somebody
deeper.
throws something
You
at
just
you,
know.
like, oh, yeah,
you just
right,
know.
right.
Like it's like without
Right.
knowing. You don't. You may not know the full scope, but you know that something is off.
Yeah, like in that moment, I knew something was weird.
Yeah.
And I have to watch what I say because I didn't want to speak that over his life
Yeah.
at all. But it was just like in that moment, it was something wasn't right.
Yeah.
It was just odd.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely.
it's just
that was an interesting one. I mean, and that's, I definitely, that's something that I feel like we have to deal with as humans and also as like believers. I think like being able to distinguish like judgment,
difference, yeah.
awareness, and discernment, and utilizing the gifts of the Spirit in the way that they're supposed to be used. We're not supposed to judge. We're like we judge, like we're not the judges.
no.
So that's not our job, but we are supposed to be aware and have discernment and like understanding like, hey, this is like you will know by their fruit. Like it said,
Right.
like as Matthew wrote, like you will know by their fruit. Like Jesus taught that. So I also want to say like, there's also some negative things that comes from judgment.
Yeah.
Like I think comparison
Yeah.
is a fruit or a byproduct of judgment.
Right.
Like, do you think, like, I don't know.
What do you mean by like, what do you mean in terms of fruit? Like
Like when you start to judge,
it takes away from your fruit?
Well, I like if you're judging people or if we're judging people, I think naturally people will like start to compare themselves as well.
Oh, okay.
Which will continue into more judgment. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does, but like I'm still trying to grasp it. I can see where you're coming from. I guess I want to know like what causes, like what am I looking at that makes
maybe comparison, maybe I said it wrong. Maybe comparison leads to judgment.
Yeah, I can see
That's actually probably that
makes sense. That clicks.
Sometimes I think,
Yeah.
and I'm speaking what I'm,
you're
and it
good.
doesn't go together. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think comparison will lead to judgment.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times we get caught up in comparison with others, and like comparison is a thief of all joy. So
Yeah. Like they drove, well, we have this car and they have that car.
yeah, or my house looks like this and your house looks like
Right.
that, and it's like people forget to take a step back and be like, this is the thing. The life that we're living today is the things that we prayed for.
For sure.
Not that it's all
Years.
about materialistic things,
But
like
years ago, yeah.
when I was 18, I'm like, I couldn't even imagine living in a house or a neighborhood or
Like this, no.
whatever, in a safe area with the kids. My kids have nothing to worry about. I couldn't even imagine that. These are things that we prayed for. And so it would be ignorant of us to sit here and compare our lives to other people because why? Like we're all in our own race. It's kind of like one of my favorite things to think about when it comes to comparison is almost like when you're running track. Like, you know how when you're watching an Olympic and you're watching track, and I know you love track.
I love track, yeah.
So I know you were a track star back in the day.
No, I wouldn't say star, but I ran tracks.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's like when you're running your own race. So think about it. When you're a track star or you're athlete and you're running towards the end of the race and you're full on sprinting.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing you should do when you're running? Look back, look to the side. Cause why?
It slows you down.
Slows you down. You could trip, you could fall, you could stumble.
Yeah. I've seen it done. Yeah.
You can't compare where you're at to where other people are at. You have to finish your race by keeping your eyes forward.
Focused, yeah.
And if you're not, you're gonna lose that race because you're losing momentum.
I think in part of comparison, I feel like people judgment based off of like what their own insecurities. So, they want to be where we're at, but they're judging off of where we are because that's where they quote unquote feel like they lack and they're insecure about. So I feel like that kind of plays a part in judgment too and comparison.
Yeah. And I also think it leads into idolatry.
Jeez, just not
literally one thing leads to another. It's
does,
like judgment, comparison also lead to idolatry because now where your treasures are is where your heart is. Yeah. This is all scripture based. This is not me saying any of this. This is all it's on the scripture.
Bible,
read it for yourself. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and read it for yourself. This is all scripture based. Like where your treasure is where your heart will be also. And I think when you're so worried about comparing yourself to others, your treasure is not in heaven. Like your treasure is not with the Lord. Like your treasure is on this, like the surface level, earthly, fleshly things. Right. Like I got to get the car, I got to get this. And it's like, to me, I love things. Like I love nice things. You know it. Like I love nice things. I'll be the first one to say I love nice things. But there's a difference. Like, I'll give it away just as fast as I give it.
Yeah.
Or as fast as I give
And it hasn't always been like that.
No.
At all. It's most recent that, we're like, what can we give away?
Yeah.
What can we give away? Me, especially me, because I like to have a little change in my pocket. But now I'm like, no, I want to give it. I want people to, I always, in my mind, I'm like, blessed to be a blessing. God has blessed us. So I want to be able to bless other people. And I don't need like praise about it. I just want it. The person that needs to know knows. Like, God sees what we're doing, and he sees that we're trying to build his kingdom and help other people in the process, bringing them up.
Right. No, I agree with that. I think, like we said, this is going to be like one of the biggest years that we've given. And it's just crazy how when you give, like, literally
crazy things happen.
Like, literally the craziest things have happened in just like the last like 3 months, maybe even 2. I don't know.
You should share.
No, I ain't sharing that. Nah. I gotta. that one's for private. Like,
dang it.
Yeah, no.
I tried to get him this.
No, I can't share that one. That one's huge.
But I mean, it was all God.
People would be mind blown.
Yeah.
Like the people that we've shared that with.
But it made people, because before tithing wasn't a thing for us.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we heard about it. We grew up knowing about it, but we were like,
tithing faithfully and cheerfully.
Yes.
And without expecting anything in return.
And
just
how
doing
it's
it from the heart posture.
And how it's transformed just like our life. We're like, where can we give? Where can we give more? Like,
right.
Once our family's taken care of, what else can we do?
Right. No,
and I think that I know that was a God thing, because he may not want us to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
But the people that we share it with, it might be like, oh, it happened for them. I know it can happen for me because God.
But not even just that one, like the ones with our friends.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, like what? Like, I'm like, no, please. I don't want it. No. And they're like, here. I'm like, whoa.
Fine. Yeah.
Whoa. Like, it's crazy. I'm not telling y'all everything. Y'all got to tune in. Maybe one of these days I'll share it.
We'll share it. Yeah.
But
gotta keep you on your toes.
Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all are going to be picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to share it with the world because it's just not for everybody at this moment. I don't have permission to.
Right.
But it's incredible. It's just like, if you're getting anything from this, it's just being obedient, being faithful, and being a good steward of your resources, being honest. Like, there's a lot of the times where we're not truly honest with ourselves. And I think when you're not honest with yourselves, it starts to be like the fruit that comes from your life is spoiled rotten because you're not being honest. So like, if you're not being honest, you're not going to have honest things come from you.
And it's coming from two people that are just ordinary people.
You
just live the same life that everyone else lives.
Well, maybe not like,
but day to day, like waking up, going to work, doing the things we do. We're just like everyone else.
Yeah.
But we have been, more so you have been like told to do this, and it's just changing.
Well, it's cool because like this episode can go so many different ways.
Like Judgment's like a huge,
Yeah, this episode can go so many different ways. But like, as a man, like I know there's so many people that are like, but I'm an independent woman, and like that drives me crazy.
I get it.
That drives me crazy. Like, I can't stand that. But like, I'm not saying don't be independent.
No.
I'm saying like, I don't need no man. Like,
it's like the proud side of independent.
Yeah, it's very prideful. Right. But as men, like we have roles, and women have roles, and they're supposed to work together.
Right.
But like how you said, like as me being obedient, like just from mine, I've seen like miraculous things work in your life to where it's like, dang, that's not only like your own story, but it's also complementing my story and our kid's story. And it's just so interesting to see how when you're faithful and obedient and truthful and honest, how the Lord will work in your life. And it's just, it's mind blowing.
Well,
and I'm like, he hasn't even started.
Well, and God probably looks at it like, thank you. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to bless you this whole time. And you just, he's been knocking, poking at us. And finally it's probably like, yes, we can do it now.
Yeah. I actually want to redirect our conversation back to judgment though. I want to ask you a question. Like, do you think correcting wrong behavior is judgment or accountability?
I feel like it can be both.
Or calling out wrong behavior.
I feel like, well, for me, corrective criticism is like a good thing. Like, I want to know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like it's for the person. Like, if you didn't take corrective criticism very well, you could take that as me being judgmental. So me trying to just like our daughter, we try to fix things and help her be better. She takes that as like, she's messing up so bad, and that can turn into like feeling like she's being judged. But we're just trying to build her up and help her, move on. So I think it all comes into like communication too. Like I think it's how you portray, how you relay the message. Like it may not come, you may not be saying it from a judgmental place, but it can be received as a judgmental place. So it also comes back into communication. Yeah. See, this episode can go so many different ways. Like, no, this is. I feel like it is person for person. Like I feel you could tell me something. I may feel like you're judging me, but I know where it's coming from. Yeah. So I feel like it's case by case, to be honest. Like it just depends on who you're talking to.
So like in the Bible it says judge not. What do you think that means?
Just like I mean, it kind of so many things.
Yeah, I think it goes also in,
I don't feel like there's a black or white to judgment. It's like like you said, this conversation can go 50 different ways. It ties into a lot.
I think it's a heart issue. I think again, judging and being aware are two different things. Like you shall not do this is like judging is like condemning.
Right. I can see that.
If you think about like judging is condemning, like you are not allowed to do this or you shouldn't do this. Like it's almost like telling people like, if you don't do this, you won't be this, or like, it's like people like judging people. Like if you look at racism, you're taking racism, like racism is about, it's judging. It's judging people by the color. Like you don't even know what they're going through. You don't even know their story.
Right.
You're just judging them based off of their looks. So you're judging where they should be in society based off of their skin.
Right.
So that's how you got to look at like judging, not just off of a race. I mean, it could be any way. Like, do you have your degree? Okay. If you don't have your degree, I do. I'm judging you that I think you're dumber than I am.
Right.
Because you don't have your degree. You don't I'm automatically going to just come up to conclusion and be like, well, they don't have their degree. They're not as smart as I am.
So how would you turn that into like first impressions?
Explain, like give me an example. Because I can go a different way too.
Like when we first meet people, couple wise, example, we just meet a couple. We come back and we talk about it. Like we're not judging them. For me, it's like we're saying what we saw. And
talking about like what though?
Like what they wore. Like what, or what they drive, or if just first impressions, like, people sit out and people watch. Are those considered like judgment?
It can definitely be. It could be. Depending on where the conversation goes. Like it definitely could be. I mean, you brought up a good point. Like you may be aware of the car. Like, oh, I think that car is cool. Like, I think that's different than being like, oh, that they have money or they don't have money.
Right.
Or, oh, do they have kids? Oh, maybe they don't like kids. Maybe they don't want kids.
Maybe they can't have kids. Yeah.
It's all about perspective. It's all about how the conversation is going. I mean, you can judge people in your mind without even saying it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, got that issue.
So how do you change your mind to almost like not judge people, not put them in this box of where we would think that we're judging them, but instead maybe like turn it into a question. Like, I wonder why they chose that car instead of like they drive that car. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting thing. But I think for me, I'm not gonna say I don't ever judge. I judge less because I just don't care. Well, I was not always like that. I always used to care, but for me, I don't care anymore. And the only way I don't care is by reading the word.
So for someone that's like not in the word like we are,
then they're gonna be of the world.
Yeah,
they're gonna be fleshly.
True. That's true.
Honestly, like there's no if or what. Like if you're either hot or you're cold. You're not.
Yeah.
You can't be that middle ground. There is no gray area. Yeah. You're hot. You're cold.
Yeah.
And the only way that I've been able to change my way, because I mean I've been very worldly. I'm not perfect. I say that every episode. I'm not perfect. I want to really emphasize that, but the way that I've changed is by getting in the word, because the word truly is transformative, but it also allows me to be like, I don't really care about all that outside noise.
The materialistic stuff,
what am I dealing with? Like, I'm aware, like if I saw somebody pull up to my house in a Rolls Royce, I ain't gonna be mad at them.
You're like, okay.
I ain't gonna be mad at them. Like, I'm aware of how much those cars cost. Like, just as an example, I know how much they cost, but I don't care about them. Like, yo, that's cool. Like, bro.
Right.
But it all comes from like a loving place. Like, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be jealous. I'm not going to be any of that. I'm not going to judge them and be like, oh, they got money. Like, whether they made a stupid decision or not financially, it has nothing to do with me.
Right.
I'm aware of the situation, but I'm not going to be,
right.
I just don't care enough.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think it also goes into loving people. Like, I think when you're talking about people, when you love people, truly, when you
all those
truly
things don't matter,
love people, you look at the person for them.
Right.
Not for what they have, what they don't have, how smart they are, how not educated they are. Like, you look at them for them. You see them as a human being. Yeah. And I think I truly love people way more than I ever have, to where I just don't care where you're at in life. I don't care if you're more successful than me, if you're not as successful as me, if we're on the same level, if you have kids, don't have kids, if you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, whatever, Indian, I just don't care.
It's good. Yeah.
Because I look at you like a human, and I'm like, I love you.
It's like you try to see them through how God sees us.
Right.
Yeah.
All that other stuff doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter.
You just love them. Yeah.
It just doesn't matter to me. People try to talk to me all the time about certain things. I'm like, the things I used to have conversations about, I'm like, I just don't care anymore, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
I'll say something, you're like, I don't care. I'm like, okay, end of conversation.
It almost like bothers me now. Yeah. Like, it almost bothers me, because I'm like, I just don't. Because I just know the doors that it can open. Yeah. And I also don't want to open doors to gossip. And I also don't want to open doors to like judgment, hatred, envy, like the negative, the opposite of the Galatians 5:22 fruits. Like, I don't want to be anything opposite or contrary to like the things I want to have be fruitful in my life. So I just think it's very interesting.
I think I'm where I need to get there. Eventually I'll get there. And I'm not like super judgmental, but I like to people watch, and people watch can be
at least the conversations. Yeah. No, at least the conversations. Yeah. And again, not that it's a bad thing, but I also think that it's easier to confront others' issues rather than our own.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That hit hard.
Yeah. It's easier.
It took me a minute. I was like, oh, okay.
Nah, it's easier to confront other people's issues rather than our own.
Yeah, that's good.
So, wow. You know how they say those in the podcast?
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Nah, so
I like
no, but it's true though.
It's very true.
We got to stop worrying about the outside noise. We got to start doing some self-reflection and really start breaking the roots within ourselves before we can even think about talking about anybody else, because other people have their issues, but we have way more issues that we got to deal with that we'll always have to keep working out. Yeah. It's like a flower garden. Like, you could plant flowers all day, but guess what's growing underneath? Weeds. And guess what? When you pick out all the weeds,
they grow back,
and it's clean. Yeah. A clean slate. Guess what? Go out there in a week. You're going to have twice as many weeds.
Yeah.
And if you're not constantly working on that, example, like working on yourself, that's going to get out of control.
Working on yourself it's never
going to get out of control.
Yep. Never.
It's a constant work in progress. And I think a lot of the times we got to stop worrying about what other people are doing. We got to worry about ourselves.
Yep.
Love people, love them for where they're at, love them as God's children, or love them as God's creation is what I really meant to say.
Yeah.
But also understand that we have to work internally on ourselves
first. Yeah.
Period. There's no room for error on that.
Yeah. And that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And it's hard when you sit here and reflect about it. You're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I should just really just start by loving people.
Yeah.
I feel like no, that's not the start. Reading your Bible and, getting in, learning what it says, and then love people. That's what I need. I'm preaching to myself.
Yeah. So I also want to ask, like, are you inspired by others? Or are you intimidated by them? That's one thing that I want to ask you guys. Are you inspired by others, or are you intimidated by them? Because if you're intimidated by them, then you're going to start judging them. If you're inspired by people, you start looking at them in a different light.
I feel like I'm more inspired because I don't have simple things. Like, I don't have a degree. So that's inspiring to me. Like, people are out there getting your master's. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's cool. Like, I'm not a school person.
Yeah, but everybody has different calling.
No,
everybody's different. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, that's all cool for me. Now, I can see both sides. Like, I feel like there are people that are intimidating. I'm not necessarily intimidated by a lot of people. I feel like it's the opposite. I've had a lot of people say that I'm intimidating, and I don't mean to be, but I don't know. I just want to cheer people on. So I'm going to go more with that side.
Yeah. No, I want to ask you guys, like, leave them in the comments. Like, are you intimidated by others or are you inspired by others? I'm curious. Just let me know. Drop them in the comments. Babe, anything else you want to add?
Now, before, would you have said that you're intimidated by people?
Before, I just thought I was top dog.
there was nothing. I was
before, yeah, for sure. And not goat tears.
The goat tears. No. If you've seen the goat, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, not goat tears. I cared about what other people had, but I always knew that I can go do what they had or go do what they were doing or
get what they had.
Like, it was never, for me, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I just always thought that I was up here and I always looked at people under here. And that was a huge issue. Like the Lord had to humble me for real. Like he humbled me. He almost like grabbed me by the neck, choke slam, body slam. Like I had to bring me from down here to where I had to look at myself and I thought I was underneath people. So it's like, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Not saying that I feel like I'm underneath people, but like I had to like be brought down here because I thought I was invincible. I
want to put you to like, now you can see you can grow. Like before you were like, I can't get much better than I am, but now you can grow from where you are.
Now I want to learn from everybody.
Everything.
I want to hear everybody's story. I love everybody's story. Like when people tell me their stories, I'm like, this is awesome. Let's talk about this.
I never would have imagined. Yeah.
Yeah. I get excited. Like I'm getting excited about now. Like somebody tell me your story.
Like, come on the podcast. Tell us your story.
Come on the podcast. Like, actually for real.
Yeah,
like if
reach out.
If you have an interesting story, like
let us know.
Reach out. Like let me know. I would love to have you on the podcast and we can get you guys on here and you can share some things with us and ask some questions. Yeah. It'd be great.
Because your story matters. Impact other people. Yeah.
You never know who your story will impact or how much hope
going through. Yeah. The same thing. Yeah.
How much hope it'll bring to other people or how much it will encourage other people. So yeah, if you really want to be on, like let us know. I know there's a couple people that want to be on. I know we're just still trying to work out the logistics and try to work out like certain things, but yeah, I mean, there's gonna be some guests, some interesting guests on here coming soon.
We're excited.
Yeah, super excited. So you got to stay tuned. You got to stay tuned to M&J Conversations.
Absolutely.
We're gonna do a little bit of rebranding here too. So yeah, stay tuned.
We got some ideas.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys, honestly.
Yes.
Like, thank you all for tuning in. I say it every episode.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, we really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, from the bottom of our hearts.
We got over 100 followers on Instagram, like from nothing. Like, I really appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
like,
we really do.
Yeah, like it's super cool. Like over 100 of y'all rocking with us, sending us messages, calling us.
Yeah.
Checking in on us.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's cool.
We appreciate it.
We say it every episode.
Yep.
Now we just need to get y'all to 100 subscribers. We need to get ourselves to 100 subscribers on YouTube. Like, what are y'all doing?
Close. We're really close, but we just need that push.
We're right there. But I'm not mad at it.
Oh, we're doing it again? Where did we just do this?
Oh.
Did you see the infinity symbol? That's what that is.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Anyways, leave some comments. Let us know what y'all think. Until next time, y'all. We love y'all. We out.